Hello everyone, this is the last time we're going to be doing this particular strength and mobility session. So come to your seated flexion position. We're going to do this 20 minutes one final time. Created a nice little, kind of like a yoga flow that we're going to get started on in the new year. But for now, just come to your seated position with the lower back pressed up against the wall. Stretch both of those arms out. You can keep your chest up if you like. You can drop it to the chest, whatever you feel like you need at the moment. And then we're just going to breathe. Breathing in, driving that lower back into the wall. Breathing out, reaching further out with that right hand doing the reaching here. The left will kind of extend with it, but we're trying to focus on grabbing that thing, whatever's on the right side that we're forever trying to grab. And we're just going to spend a couple of minutes here. Hope you're all feeling good. For those of you who finished the core challenge yesterday, also, I have to apologise for not posting one last week. I genuinely thought I had apologised for it in the roundup, but I don't think I did. But I'd filmed it straight after the round of core challenges, so it was actually really nice. It was good timing. But the mic cut out kind of like 3 minutes in, and you know I already had that issue with the plank video, and so I was just like, I can't go through another full stretch session, and I can't do a voiceover for this either. So yes, I was at the mercy of you guys. I think I'd already apologised in my head countless times, but then by the time it got to Monday and I was filming the roundup, I must have just thought I'd already done it. So apologies for that. Hopefully if you needed to, you jumped back into the last one, and then we've got this final one today. So rounding it off today, no pun intended. I know you might not be watching this on a Friday, but maybe some of you are finishing work today. Maybe some of you have got your work dues, although it's quite late in the season, isn't it, for that? But hopefully, whatever you're doing is going to be relaxing but nice and festive this weekend. Another 5 seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Find some space. I'm going to stay here, in fact. Bring our legs into this cross-legged position. Sit up nice and tall, and then we're just going to walk those hands forward. Just to a position that feels comfortable to you. It doesn't have to be challenging just yet. That's going to happen when we breathe into it. So, we're flexing the toes to keep the knees protected. You should also feel like that allows you to sink a little bit deeper into the hips. And then we're just going to use a 3 count on the breath. So tuck that tailbone. As you breathe in, you're going to feel your lower back expanding out to the wall behind you. For 3 seconds, just hold for 1 second at the top. And then as you breathe out, you should feel like you can relax deeper into the stretch. You don't necessarily have to do any active movement. Like, you don't have to creep your hands forward. You should just feel your upper body sink further towards the floor. But you might get to a position where it actually feels more comfortable to crawl your hands out. So just keep going with the breath here. Allow it to work its magic. Three seconds in. Pause at the top. 3 seconds out. Last breath on this side. And pull the hands back. See if you can swap sides without using the hands. So pick the legs up, swap them. So my right leg is now in front, and we're going to do the same again. Crawl forward, flex the toes, and breathe. Tucking that tailbone. Last breath. And slowly make your way up. Make sure the spine comes back to that neutral position, rocking side to side a bit, and then when you're ready, we're going to come into our pigeon stretch. So maybe by now you're in this straight leg pigeon pose position, maybe you're still in that 90-90. Either is absolutely fine here, just wherever you feel the stretch. Stretching and mobility stuff is so individual. There's never any point in comparing ourselves to where other people are, because our bodies are so different, where we're starting from is so different. I often get caught up in thinking, you know, I do so much exercise, I should really be more flexible, but number one, that's not how it works. Number two, you know, some people are just naturally more flexible. Right, are you ready? Wherever you are, we're going to drive that right knee down into the floor and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down, relax. Squaring those hips off to the front of your mat or your imaginary mat, if you have it there. Flexing the right toes. By now, hopefully you feel the difference between just kind of like staying in a more passive stretch and then really thinking about activating the right muscles here once we're in that active position. Make your way up, drive that right knee down into the floor, pushing the ground away. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands down. Use those back toes to move around a little bit, sink into that stretch a little bit more as we relax here. Really hoovered before this session. Are we ready? Last time. Make your way up, hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set those hands down, roll onto the right hip, come into our 90-90 position, and we'll just hang out here. You can either lean back like so, or make your way forward, pivot that upper body round to face the right knee, and just relax here briefly. Staying where you are, we're going to drive that left knee down into the floor. We're going to hold for 30 seconds. As the seconds go on, we're going to go from about a 5 out of 10 intensity to a 9 out of 10. So are we ready? Drive that knee down, half your effort here. And let's go for that 6 out of 10. 7. 8. 9, and we'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Let's go to that left foot. Driving it down, 5 out of 10 effort. And 6 out of 10. 7. It's also a great lesson in terms of learning your intensity. 8. Last one, 9 out of 10. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, relax there. Slowly make your way over to our left side, into that pigeon stretch. Remember, both sides, or each side can be different to the other, don't have to be in exactly the same position. And we'll just hold, relax here after you've created a little bit of movement. Sinking those hips down further to the floor. Maybe you're using a pillow underneath that left hip. Wherever you are, just relax. You can start to feel that right hip flex, so just calm down a little bit. Sink lower towards the floor. And then obviously that left hip as well, opening up. Go for our first round. Drive that left knee down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set the hands down. See if you can sink a little deeper. You know, at the start of this year, I couldn't do this without my lower back flaring up. And then I genuinely think it was bringing back these classes and approaching everything in the way that we did, nice and incremental in terms of the progressions, really helped me get back here. And, you know, it's difficult to make that comparison. Let's drive down again for 10 seconds. I was like, well, I used to be able to do this, so what's going on here? Very difficult to leave that ego at the door and start from a lesser position in terms of progress. Relax there. One more time. But that's what helped. It was taking those steps back in order to move forward. And now this is something that I can do again, and something that I'll continue to do now that I can. Makes such a difference. It was that loop of like, I needed to open up my hips to improve my lower back health. But every time I tried to, like I say, I would, let's drive down again, 10 seconds. I would start from where I could technically do, but it would cause pain, and therefore the loop would just continue. I would do the hip opening work, but it wouldn't work. Relax there. Roll onto your left hip and come into our 90-90. So yeah, that was a lesson to learn, and then the solution were these stretch and mobility classes. So I'm very glad we started them up again. Relax here. Either you're reclined like so, or you're facing the front here. Really twist that right hip round as well. Round and down, round and down. And when you're ready, let's drive that right knee down for 5 out of 10 effort. Internal rotation at the right hip. We'll go 6 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 8. 9, and we'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, and let's move to that right foot. 5 out of 10 effort. driving down. And we'll go 6 out of 10. 7 out of 10. 8. And 9. We'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax there. Bring both legs round. We are coming into our hamstring stretch. So grab your band or your towel, hook it round that left foot. Slowly ease yourself back. And we'll just hang out here. Once you're comfortable in this position, start to flex those left toes towards you. The right leg can be up like this, or it can be down, whatever suits you better. Whatever feels nicer on the lower back, basically. Keep flexing those toes. And now let's drive away for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, bring it back. Flex those toes. Make sure that rib cage is depressed down. Lower back is driving into the floor. Not an intense drive, just kind of contact with the floor. This helps a little bit here. Let's go again. Drive that band away. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Relax there. Bring it back. And bend that left knee. Slowly switch sides. You need to roll onto one side to come up, that's fine. And then we'll move on to our right. Hamstrings feel tight today. I'm trying to think. I think I did like the kettlebell swings yesterday, so that's probably it. Flex those right toes. Holding here. Slight bend in the knee is fine, but just as long as we're not kind of in this position and you're pulling it back, it loses the tension in the hamstrings a bit. So micro bend and stop wherever you start to lose that bend, or rather you get more of a bend in the knee. You can just flex your toes there. Alright, let's drive that band away. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back. Drive that foot away. Final 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back. Flex those toes. Last little bit here on the hamstrings. And bend that right knee to bring the right foot down. Slowly make your way up. We have 2 more here, starting with our prayer stretch. So bring the elbows to the platform you're using, walk the knees back underneath the hips, and then sink the chest down. We alternate between that active drive for 3 seconds, and then exhale to that passive position. Slowly make your way up. We have just one more mobility exercise. Bring your feet to the platform, ideally up against the wall. Grab that foam roller or pillow between your knees. And all we're going to do, drive those heels down, squeeze the glutes to tuck the tailbone. Make sure those hamstrings are engaged as we pull the heels back towards our butt. The lower back stays glued to the floor, and we'll reach those arms up, reaching through that right arm as much as possible on the exhale. On the inhale, you're driving your full back down into the floor. Checking in as your lower back on the floor, your glutes squeeze, your heels pulling back. Last little bit here, final minute. Trying to create space in the lower back here as we tuck that tailbone. Last 15 seconds. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax there. Roll yourself up. Nice little festive Friday stretch and mobility session. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. See you in the next one. Bye.